To her credit, Sarah looks down at the question. What are you talking about? You and Henny are my friends. What's with you anyways? Don't you think that's a little strange, Sarah? There's a whole world out there, Sam said, motioning to the door. A whole world with millions of people in it. And we can't call any of them our best friends? That's pretty damn sad if you want my opinion. Is this some sort of guy thing? It's kind of late for talk about our lack of friends, isn't it? It's time to go to bed, Sam. Can we talk about this tomorrow? No, we can't talk about this tomorrow. When Mom was alive, we played with other kids. She was always she was always taking us to some kid's house or fetching them to our house. Not the three of us together to one house because we each because we each had different friends. I used to play with Billy Rutherford. Who the fuck is that? He lived far enough away that Mom had to drive me. You and Henny never came with us. You had other friends. That that all stopped when Mom died. What I'm trying to say here is she knew we were individuals. She didn't want us to she didn't want us glued we were individual. Wait, she didn't want us glued to each other because we were triplets. But that's exactly what happened. Let me put it let me put it to you another way, Sarah. We're screwed up. Sarah turned thoughtful. I vaguely remember a little girl named Becky. She had long braids and always had scabs on her knees. Her mom made gingerbread cookies, and let us decorate them. I wonder what happened to her. You could always find out if you wanted to, unless she left the valley. Cisco would know. At some point, I'm gonna search out Billy. I remember one of Henny's friends, too. Her name was Leslie Brines? Fuck, I don't know. Where are you going with this, Sam? I don't know, Sarah. Tell me something before I leave. If Joel walked in the door this minute and I said, take your pick, him or me, who would you choose? Unlike Kenny, Sarah didn't hesitate. She didn't bite down on her lip, didn't screech at him. The one word sailed off her lip as though it was perched there was waiting to be uttered. You. Wrong answer, Sarah. Sam's shoulders slumped as he made his way to the back door. He had his hands on the knob when Sarah stopped him in his track. And if the situation were reversed and I said Sonia or me and Henny, who would you choose? Sam's shoulders slumped even further. Sonia, he said, closing the door quietly behind him. He pretended not to hear Sarah's anguished cry as he started down the path leading to the street. He knew she would call Henny the moment she got her wit about her. He wished he had someone to call. Sam served Sally, Papa call. Papa call.
Billy, you want cheese? Yeah? Okay.
Go eat, go eat. Bring phone, bring phone.
Okay. Okay, let's go. Yeah, cheese.
Let's go, Sam, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Get off.
Come, take it back. Okay, here. Shine now, shine now. You ready? Ready? Cheese, okay, we're ready. Cheese, 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 cheese. Yeah, cheese. Cheese. What up? 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 I think I fucked up. I think I fucked up. I actually think I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucking fucked up, man. I'm so pissed, bro. I fucked up. What the fuck? Oh wait. What the fuck is this motherfucker up here? Okay. Ready, you guys? He knew she would call Henny the moment she got her wits about her. He wished he had someone to call. Sam shivered inside his sweatshirt. He'd have to run at a high rate of speed to get warm again. Damn, I am so tired. The dark night had turned cold, but the stars sprinkled the darkness, lighting his way over his shoulder. He could see a thin slice of the moon. He remembered a nursery rhyme about a cow jumping over the moon. Over the moon, he laughed then, but it was not a happy sound. In order to keep warm, Sam picked up his brisk walking pace, then broke into a full run. He was whizzing. He was whizzing down the street where Henny lived when he saw Zach's BMW pull into the driveway, just in time to eat Henny stew and raspberry pie. He wondered if Henny would hang up on the phone when Zach entered the house. Probably not. Sarah was too important to Henny. Sam remembered Billy Rutherford very well. As he ran, finding Billy Rutherford seemed like the most important thing in the world to Sam. Zach Kelly pressed the button on his key. Zach Kelly pressed the button on his keychain that would lock his car. He looked up at the house that he and Hannah had bought. It was all lit up. Hannah had a thing about lights. Even when the sun was out, she turned the lights on. She was home. That was a big thing. He probably should have returned her call. He probably should have returned her earlier call, but he hadn't. Suddenly, he didn't want to go into the house. While he waited to see his wife, he didn't want to see her. The crazy thought made sense to him. He knew what he had to do, and he dreaded it. The fact that his wife was home worried him. Now he was going to have to switch gears. He needed more time. Time to fight? Fight? How do you say that word? Fight himself for the moment when he would blurt out the truth of what he and Joel had done. This definitely was not the time. Zach looked down at his watch. 10 minutes to 10. A hell of a time to be coming home from work. Joel had canceled dinner, as had Marilee and Corny. He thought about the egg salad sandwich he had for dinner, which was now lying like a lead weight in his stomach. The gallon of black coffee he'd consumed had him wired for flight. With no dog or cat to alert Henny to his arrival, Zack stood at the back door and watched his wife talk on the phone. She was probably talking to Sarah Zem, a daily, if not an hourly, occurrence. It had never bothered him before, but this time it set his teeth on edge. He saw the pie, the pressure cooker. Henna had made dinner, a dinner he wasn't going to eat. He watched as if he watched as his wife dabbed at her eyes, which had to mean she had either been crying or was crying now. Why? Suddenly, he felt like a spy. He didn't like the feeling. He gave his own eyes a quick swipe before he opened the door. Startled, Hannah turned around, her face lighting up, tears sparkling in her eyes. "I'll talk to you tomorrow," she said into her phone before she hung it up. "I'm home," she said happily, her arm extended as she walked towards him. She stopped in her tracks, her arms dropping to her side when she noticed the cold, angry expression on her husband's face. Zack gritted his teeth. "So I see," he said coldly. "I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I hope you had a good shopping trip." His thoughts were bitter. I'm reading a book. Today's Sunday. Oh, buota. Kaptika. His thoughts were bitter as he recalled his wasted time off and what he'd had to do to get it. "But honey, I made your favorite dinner. It won't taste the same tomorrow. Can I get you a glass of wine?" A glass of wine? "I don't want any wine. And didn't you hear me? I'm tired. I'm going to bed, in case you didn't already know this. I've been working around the clock while you and your sister and brother were shopping." Tired and not hungry had to mean he'd been with her. The thought sent shiver up her spine. Hannah's back stiffed. "You don't have to sound so ugly about it, Zack. You've never home anyway, so I don't think you could miss me all that much. We all did our share before we left. I'm referring to the tornado. I also made you 7 dinners and put them in the freezer, so I didn't have you bare." "I didn't say a word when you went to that 10-day conference in California or that 5-day symposium. What the fuck? In Puerto Rico. I guess shopping is a sinful thing to do. I'm sorry. Maybe you should go to bed before one of us says anything. We'll regret. I'll eat by myself." Okay. Let me read. After this chapter, I'm gonna recap. Like, what's up? She looked so pretty, Zack thought. Was it his imagination, or had his wife lost a few pounds on her shopping trip? It was hard to tell with the baggy slack and collared reindeer sweater she was wearing. Her face did look thinner to him, though. God, how he loved her. This was going to be harder than he thought it would be. He knew in his gut she would walk out of him the minute he told her what he'd done. He steeled himself for whatever was to come next. "Zack, we need to talk, obviously. You're angry. I can explain. At least, I think I can explain. If you just give me a few minutes. The table sets, the wine chilled. It's been a very long time since we had dinner together. Won't you reconsider? I have something important I want to talk to you about." Zack rolled around. "You know what, Hannah? I had something important to talk to you about too. I practically moved the earth to get this weekend off so we could spend it together. But then you had to go to New York to shop. Why don't we just drop the whole thing for now? I'm not hungry. I have no desire to talk, and I'm bone tired. Don't nag me or I'll really get ticked off." Hannah's heart thundered in her chest. Who was this hateful sounding person standing in front of her? Zach had never uttered a crossword to her from the day he'd met her. Ticked off? Is that what you said? Do you want to see it ticked off, Zach? Let me show you. Oh shit! Shit's about to go down, yo. Shit's about to go down. Ticked off? Before Zach could blink, the pressure cooker was unlocked and the content dumped on the floor. The raspberry pie skidded across the floor. Now that's ticked off. Doctor. Before he could blink a second time, Hannah had her jacket on, her car key in her hands. I'm leaving, and I'm not coming back. You don't need a wife. All you need is a housekeeper, or that woman in... Holy shit, yo, this is insane. You don't need a wife. All you need is a housekeeper, or that other woman you're seeing. Don't think I don't know about that. She slammed the door so hard the panes of glass rattled in their frame. Zach stared at the door in stupid amazement. His wife had just walked out on him. He looked at the mess on the floor. The stew looked so delicious. The raspberry pie scrumpious. What the fuck? Okay. He really should clean it up. He really should. Instead, he called Joel on his cell phone. He relayed the event as they had transpired. What the hell was she talking about, Joel? What other woman? She probably on her way to our house. The tension was so high when I got home. I could have sliced it with a knife. I feel like a stranger in my own house. I can talk to her if you want me to. What do you suppose she wanted to talk to you about? Or talk to you that was important? Hey, maybe she's pregnant. Did you think of that? Joel asked. No. I don't want you to talk to my wife. Hannah's version of something important to talk about is far different from what I would think is important. Trust me on that. And no, she isn't pregnant. How do you know? You're just the husband. The husband is always the last to know. Don't you know anything about women, Zach? This whole thing just isn't right. You love her. I know you do. And she loves you. Stop being such a jerk. Go find her and tell her about the boat and get it over with. I'll tell Sarah. The hell with the certificates. Are you seeing another woman? Joel asked, his voice ringing with suspicion. I am not being a jerk, obviously. I don't know half as much as you know about women. I'm going to bed now. I'm tired, and I don't want to clean up this mess. And no, I'm not seeing another woman. When in the hell would I have time to have an affair? Holy shit. This book is fucking good. Tomorrow that mess will be twice as hard to clean up because it will be dry. I clean it up now, Zach. It's not like you have anything else to do at the moment. The only response Joel got, the sound of dial tone in his ear. Zach looked again at the mess his wife had created. He groaned as he said about cleaning it up. 2 rolls of paper towel later, he was ready for the mop and bucket brigade. When the force buckled underneath his feet, he washed the dishes and put them away. The kitchen looked clean and empty, like a room in someone else's room. Suddenly he felt choked up as he made his way through the house. He realized he'd taken his jacket off Hannah's hand-knitted scarf. The first one she'd ever made for him was still around his neck. He removed it and held it to his lips. It felt warm and soft like Hannah herself. Zach stripped down, donned his pajamas, brushed his teeth, and crawled into bed. The scarf clutched in his hands. He bunched it into a ball and brought it to his cheek. It felt like a warm carries. Sometime life just wasn't fair. Oh my god. Okay, so little recap. Let's start from the beginning, okay? Tornado hit Cisco's place. The whole town valley got destroyed. Let's say like a little bit of it
Well, the main house, which was Cisco's house, which is his, she's an old lady, by the way. She's an old lady. She's a big part of the town. She created many jobs, and without her, the town would be shit. Basically, it. So she's like a big woman. She's like a good woman. Um, Ezra, which is another person who is an old dude who likes Cisco, and he proposed to her, and he was like, "Will you marry me?" And she was like, "Yes, of course. Yes, of course, Ezra." And yeah, and after that, they went. No, they went after the disaster. They went up to Ezra's home, which was like maybe like up the hill, and it wasn't destroyed. It was fine. And yeah, they talked there, and that's when Ezra was like, "Well, will you remember me?" She was like, "Yeah." And then after everything was settled, Cisco was devastated. All her memory, all her stuff was gone. All the important stuff, all the good shit is gone. Well, some of them were still there, but it is what it is. They went to town, helped some stuff. The triplet, which is Sam, Sarah, and Hannah. Three of them is the grandchildren of Cisco, okay? Their mother died. They came back. They saw the house destroyed. They were sad. They were devastated again. They went up to Ezra's house, saw that it was fine. They might be there. Turns out they weren't there, but they also thought 100% that she was alive, and they talked there a bit, went down to the downtown, check it out, and they were like, they saw Ezra and them and whatever, like they're chilling and stuff. They're chilling and stuff, and yeah, okay. So all the characters, okay, there's Joel. Joel is the husband of Sarah. Zach is the husband of Hannah. Sonia is the wife of Sam. Let me talk about the problem, okay? Ezra, Cisco, they have their own thing. They're chilling and stuff, Let them do what they do. They're old. They're getting married. They're chilling. They're chilling. Let's talk about Joel and Zach. So those two, they planned on sailing, retired sailing or something. I don't even know, man. Like, they wanted to sail. They wanted to retire. They wanted to like do something good for their wives, I guess. They thought it was a good idea for keeping it a secret and not telling their wives. And that's why they're doctors, by the way. So they would be like up in 5 a.m. coming back around like maybe like 8 or something. You feel me? And fuck. Yeah, both of them, Joel and Zach. And with the sailing stuff, they have to get certificates, so they have to take class. So after work, they have to go to class, but they didn't tell their wife that, and they told their wife that they have to go to work still until like midnight, basically. And yeah, and their wives are like, "Yo, like, what's going on? How do you work that long? Like, I barely get to see you and stuff, Both Hannah and Sarah, they're both sad. They haven't, they haven't like done anything at all. They're all sad. Barely get to see their husband and shit. You feel me? Like, yeah, and they think that, and Sarah wants a divorce with Joel because she barely get to see him, and she basically sad, Uh, hold on. So yeah, I think that's it. And Sam is a dude. One of the trips, his wife, left him. Kind of. Not really. If that makes, I don't know. So they had like, after they got married, they were like, yo, the wife was like, yo, let's make a baby. Let's make a baby. I want a family. I want to start a family right now. And then Sam was like, hold on, whoa, chill, yo, shorty, like, don't do me like that, yo. Let's enjoy let's enjoy ourselves, you know, for like a year or two. You feel me? Before we have babies, you know, because I feel like this is me being Sam, by the way. They were like, I don't think I can like. You know what I mean. Sam doesn't want babies until like 2 or 3 years, maybe 1 or 2 years later. But then Sonia, she left him like out of nowhere and without telling Sam what's going on. Turns out that Hannah was Sarah, I forgot, they were talking to Sonia and they said that like they were just talking and Sonia said that she was pregnant and that's what that's why she left. That's why she left Sam, because she wasn't sure if like his reaction would be good or not, you know, keeping it that she having a baby, pregnant, but keeping a secret away, keeping it a secret from Sam. That's tough. That's your husband, bro. Like, that's crazy. And yeah, that's tough. We're on chapter 6 right now. Chapter 6. There's I don't know how many chapters in total. So we're almost halfway through the book. Chapter 6. Man, fuck. I'm so confused, man. So confused about everything. But this book, hold on, let me tell you something. This book, in the beginning, when you read it, you get to see different perspective of each side, right? The husband and the wife, and it shows that if you're not being honest, you're just if you're not, how do you say it? If you're not honest, you know, can lead to like, fuck, I don't know what I'm trying to say. How do I say this? They're keeping secret. And one is keeping a secret. The other is just scared to talk to the other person. Like, what's up? Like, what's going on? Instead, she's just assuming and doesn't want to talk to the other person, like, straight up. You feel me? And I feel... and it's... like, when you know both sides, bro, you can fix this shit you can fix the relationship so easily. With one move and the whole thing is fixed. You just, I guess assuming things is bad. And right now I am assuming, and I shouldn't be assuming. I should just be straight up. You feel me? And it's good, you know, if you're right, if you're assuming and it's right, it's right. It is what it is. It's also sad though. Like let's say the shorty was right about the guy having an affair, and no, the shorty was right about the guy, you know, seeing somebody else and shit. You feel me? And she's afraid. She doesn't want to think it's true and stuff, so she pretends everything is fine, and that's it. And at the end of the day, if you're not honest, what the fuck am I trying to say?
Uh, one simple fix: the guy, bro. Don't keep things away from your spouse. I mean, I could see why it's a surprise, but like, don't 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 make this the last surprise. Imagine if you guys work together on that, bro. Your life would be so much easier. Imagine communication. Communication is key, bro. Like, communicate. Like, they should, like, those two just assuming instead of like talking. That's tough. Why not just like communicate? You know, be like, yo. So I have this plan, you know, like after we retire or something, we go sailing out in the sea, see the world, go to the island and shit. You feel me? And instead, he kept it a secret, a really good secret. That's a good surprise. But like, imagine her thought when she like knows what's up. That's crazy. But instead, in her perspective, my husband is always late, always coming home at midnight, waking up at 5. Yes, I know he's a doctor, but I wasn't expecting a doctor to be always busy and stuff, you know. And she you know, she obviously wants to hang out with her husband, you know, like, obviously, like, but like, if she's not gonna say anything, then it's gonna stay that way. And if the guy is not gonna say anything, then things are gonna turn ugly. So I guess it's better to say what's up than to say nothing. But like, you know, if you really love each other, you feel me? There wouldn't have to be. You wouldn't have to ask for communication. You feel me? There would already be communication if things would go so easily, you know. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. It's really tough out here, you know. I've been in my bedroom. Woke up at 6. Now it's 11. Been up and down, cleaning my room. Yo, chat, say something, man. I'm kind of bored. One day my father, he told me, son, don't let it slip away. I heard him say, when we get older, you will love me. Think of me if ever you're afraid. He said one day your ladies will be hard. So live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. My father told me, whoa, what the bug? What the bug? What the bug? And I was running far away. Would I run off the road someday? Ma, you are so. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. My father told me, whoa. What the fuck do I say? And I was running far away. Far away, would I run off the road someday? Ma, you are so.
Such an overthinker, man. Fuck. A person who thinks a lot has nothing to think about but thoughts. And that's fucking facts, man. That's fucking facts, man. Fuck. Bro, what am I doing with my life, man? Fuck, man. So fucking tired. Fuck, man. Bro, send me to a fucking jungle, man. My life will be so much better over there. Fuck this Canada, man. Fuck this place. Bro, fucking give me a parachute. Fly me over the Amazon, bro. Fly me over the fucking Amazon right now. I'll fucking start a new life there. That's tough, though. Nah, but for real, though. Nah, but for real. If you think about it, that's dope. It's actually pretty cool. Imagine just starting a new shit. Don't have to worry about fucking all this fucking social media shit, all these bullshit. I just want to go to the jungle, man. Like, I just realized how peaceful it is when you're outside in the jungle. You live in a society now where you can't even be yourself. You can choose to be yourself, but society ain't finna let you. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Okay. But for real though, on a like, for real, like, give me a parachute, man. Like, let me fly down. Let me fucking. This is why I like Minecraft. You feel me? This is why I like Minecraft. You gotta start your own world, you know. Crazy how people own land, like government. What am I? Oh. What? Honestly though, what could I be doing right now? What could I actually be? What? You know what? I have $150 just chilling in my bag, waiting to be spent on, waiting to get resell. Should I just go buy? Oh fuck! See this shit, bro. You know what I always think about? I always think about, like, honestly though, I always think about what I would be like, you know. I always think about what I would be like if I never came to Canada. If I stayed in the camp, I feel like I would be a totally different person. Well, obviously, but I feel like I would, like, as in, like, I would be a totally different person. Like, I'll be like a better. That person will be a better version of this person, this guy. If that makes sense, because this guy is like, nah, bro. Nah, man, fuck this guy, bro. I mean, so far, fuck the past of this guy, you know, but focus on right now. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, but in other, pretty good. Building up my muscle and shit, body getting better, kinda. Relationship with others. I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. Like, I'm so confused myself. Like, I wonder what I was like before. You know, before, you know. Forgot how I was like calm, but like, feel like I'm the same kind of, but like I don't even know. I talking to the oh, 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 oh. Oh, every day is a fucking cycle, man. Every fucking day. Honestly, I expected my Saturday and Sunday to be good. You know, like ever since that. But I don't know. It's different. I thought it would be more fun. It is fun, but like I always I don't even know. What? What the fuck? Why do I feel like I'm in a therapy class? Fuck me. It's like I'm talking to a person right in front, like therapy. Like I'm in a class right now. I'm in a fucking room with another person just talking. Uh, Hopefully this summer will be good. I think like what I'm thinking by the time, like in summer, if I'm not like, if this summer is the same as last summer, then I think I failed. I think I failed because I failed because I didn't try hard enough in my dream. I, w- I would be really disappointed. Don't get too attached, bro. It's crazy. I just want to act. I just want to act. Yo, let me talk about my acting class, okay? This is you guys are like in the second person I've talked to you guys about my acting class. The only person I talked about my acting classes are is uh shorty, girl. Cuckoo. I only told her. Uh and I guess I'll tell you guys too, I guess. Anyways, so yeah, acting classes started March 1st. Still hasn't done anything yet. Last class it was pretty fun. Last class we did stage comeback. It was pretty fun. Hopefully I get to do more of that, and maybe one day I get to do something big with it. Like go do some theater, be in a circuit or something. Just freedom. I feel like that's freedom right there. Get to do whatever you want. Kind of get to be you. My favorite movie, you guys. My favorite movie is The Greatest Showman. You guys gotta watch that movie. It's so fucking good. Yeah. So far, we've just been acting, kinda, just playing some games. Maybe this Tuesday we might be like, this Tuesday we might get a play. We might get a play, a script and stuff. I just can't wait for it. I'm taking this class because first I need experience, and I also want to be able to say that I participated in some kind of play. You feel me? I wish I went to Bedford, man. Here, this what I'm saying. During high school, I was at Royal. I wished I moved when I was like during high school. I wished I moved to like Holy Cross or those kind of school because it looks pretty dope, full of people, just chilling, you know. And then after high school is when I say that I went to Bedford. During high school, I wish I went to Holy Cross, and after high school, I wish I went to Bedford. If that makes sense. Fuck other school, man. They're trash. Mustang for life, yo. Um. Might sleep, bro. I mean, today I did something pretty good. I cleaned my room. I woke up at 6, cleaned my room, put on this bed, drop off my sister, picked her back up, back here streaming, hang with Stanley, and it's not even 12 yet. Well, it's 12 now, I guess. What else could I be doing, man? Drop me off in Amazon, bro. Fuck. Should I just do like 10 push-ups right now? Should I just work out right now? Fuck. How are you supposed to live like... Fuck, man. Could not get a... Yo, look at your messages, man. Fuck. I'm trying to hang. Fuck. Alright, let me just fuck. Let's do some push-up. Let's work out a bit. Everybody miss high school, man. I miss high school. I wish I was in high school right now. Maybe I should just focus on myself, man. Focus on myself and other stuff too, I guess. Kaya na nalona kita minang heke suya o yung makamana o ko bobi tulong sa samuto cho amit ime elam malam magui kita tiniisin na ba na patoto kasunya metipo.
This is what I'm going for, y'all. This is my next hair, bro. This is my next hair.